Okay, so step 2 is casting on, and I'm going to teach you the cast on that's probably the easiest to do. It's a little awkward at first, but it's the cast on that everybody learns to do first because it's probably the easiest. So it's called the long tail cast on, and the reason is because you need a really long tail to begin with. So here is this, and you're going to need about as many lengths of this as it takes to go around the needle, the number of stitches that you want to cast on. So say you want 20 stitches to start out with. What you're going to do is you're going to wrap this around your yarn around the needle 20 times just to get an idea of how much of a tail you're going to need. So we're going to say 20 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, let's just do 10. 10 stitches. So that's how many you need. That's going to be enough to go around the needle 10 times. And generally what I do is I also just add 6 inches or so. Yarn is cheap, and you just want to make sure that you have enough. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to make a slip knot. And so if you remember how to do that, you're going to take the tail end of your yarn, which is this end. For me, this is the end that's attached to my ball. And you're going to hang it to the front of your 2 fingers on your left hand. You're going to wrap it around your hand, push a little loop through, and tighten. So there's your slip knot, and you're going to put that on your needle. Doesn't matter which direction you go, from this side or from that side. And you're going to tighten it around your needle. Now you want this loop to be snug, but you don't want it to be cutting off the circulation of your needle. You're still going to want to be able to have it move pretty freely, but there shouldn't really be a gap between, you know, see how you can see there's like a little gap right there? That's too loose. So you want it to be a little bit snug. This is actually going to be your first stitch. That's your first cast on stitch. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take the long tail of your yarn, and you're going to hang it in front of your 2 fingers just like you did before. And you're going to take your needle, the one that has the slip knot on it, and you're going to wrap it around so that there's like a little loop sort of around your index finger. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle, and from left to right, you're going to insert it sort of between your pointer and your middle finger, like this. So you're going to have it wrap around. You can pull this tight a little bit. Wrap it around. Push it through like that. Not all the way through, just like to about there. Then you're going to take the yarn that's attached to the ball, and what you're going to do is have it wrapped around your front 2 fingers, and then your ring and your pinky finger will sort of hold it down on your palm. And you're going to wrap this around your needle from right to left in back. So it's going to come around. Can you see that? It's going to go around the back to front. Like that. It's sort of hard to see because my hand is in the way. There. Okay. So then you've got, sort of looks like this. Okay. Then you're going to take your needle and you're going to slip it off of the yarn that's held in your left hand, which is the tail. So it's just going to come off like that, and then you're going to pull tight. And that's your first cast on stitch. So again, you're going to take your yarn so that it kind of goes like, has one little loop around your pointer and your middle finger. Then you're going to push it through, pull it between your 2 fingers like that. Then from right to left behind your needle, you're going to wrap your yarn. Then you're going to take your needle off that first one, the yarn on your left hand, and pull tight. The other thing you need to do is there's a pointy end to your needle, so it goes to a point. This side is smaller than this side. So when you cast on and when you knit, make sure that you're not knitting on the small part, the pointy end of your needle, because what it's going to do is it's going to make your stitches really, really tight because this side is smaller. This is the part that you want to have to make the size of your stitches, not the pointy little smaller part. So again, you're going to wrap around, push through, wrap, slip, wrap, push, wrap, slip. I hope you can see this. And once you sort of get this movement down, this is really very similar, these types of movements, to what you're going to be doing when you're actually knitting. So especially this hand, the hand that's your right hand, which is attached to the ball. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches. Okay, and so there we have cast on.